Today, the video is going to be about skyscapes. I've had lots of people ask me, just show us how you would do some skyscapes. And if you've looked through a lot of my paintings, most of my work has very subtle skies, not lots and lots of drama. This painting that we're going to do today has a lot more drama. I was in New Bern, North Carolina, where my daughter lives, and they took me out on an evening boat ride down the Neuse River, and the light was just spectacular. We all see beautiful skyscapes like that and think we need to paint them. And when we start painting them, our first instinct is just to load on color because that's what we see. When you put too much color down though, it doesn't look real. It looks sickening sweet and it does not feel anything like what that skyscape looked like. The key to making skyscapes actually work is in the grays. We did a concept lesson this month on grays, and that's what this whole painting is going to be about as well. Almost the entire painting will be done in grays of some sort or another, with only just a little bit where the sky is and where the light is coming down and reflecting into the water. So the first thing that I had to do is put it in the notinizer so I could kind of decide if it was going to be a dominantly dark painting, a dominantly mid painting, mid-range, or dominantly light. After going through all of my images and trying to decide what would work best for me, I have decided on a dominantly mid-range painting with a secondary as the dark and then just a little bit as of the light. And this is what the notinizer value pattern is going to look like. So I want you to see as well the beautiful photo that we're going to be working from. This wasn't that long ago, so I have a pretty fresh memory of it too, and I had my baby girls with me on the boat, and I have strong memories of it. So I'm really excited about painting the painting, and I'm not just going to paint from the photo and the notinizer photo. A lot of it is going to come from instinctual and from memory. See those beautiful, beautiful oranges. So I have got to decide what color I'm going to do my ground in. I have decided to do it in a mid-range value because I want the whole painting to have that mid-range dominance. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide on my ground, and I have this beautiful quinacridone burnt orange that I used to use all the time, but it's been quite some time since I used it. But that's what I'm going to use to get the painting started with my ground. Okay, at this point, I really am going to call this done. There might be a couple of times down the road that I tweak it just a little bit here and there, but wow, just wow. Almost everything in this was gray, very, very gray. But look what happens when you put all those grays together. The relationships are just incredible. And then they make the color that is saturated just sing. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was a little longer than usual, but we learned a lot. I have to say again, please, if you can buy those little color charts and just sit and play with color, push and pull. What happens if I put this gray next to this gray? Does it change the saturation of this one or this one? You could play for a week with those little chips and learn so much about color. That mixing, you just couldn't get the same experience out of. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it leaves you inspired to paint.